Welcome to the latest episode of Cut to the Chase, episode number 84. We are not counting, and today we are talking how to convert an expired listing, an expiring listing, or any listing that was previously on the market. We get asked this all the time, right? Because I made my money at the start of my career with this.
It's so topical. There are a lot of people doing a lot of business second time round, and quite often you love picking them up second time round because it's, all the work's been done.
All the work has been done, they just had a bad agent.
Yes.
And I suppose the biggest mistake that people do, and I hear people, is like, oh, you've been on the market, are you ready to list again? Nah, that's you're asking the wrong question. You got to sort of navigate it in a way that you're not as confrontive directly.
Seek first to understand.
When you were on the market, did you receive many offers? Oh, no, we didn't. If you receive a good offer tomorrow, would you consider it? Oh, I don't know. That's not a problem.
Why do you think you didn't sell?
Yeah, what did your agent do wrong? Although that can be a bit of a tricky one because the agent could be a friend. Treat them all the same, but treat them indifferently. We keep saying this, right? But here has been this. This was my script that at the start of my career, as you very well know, in the last down market, if you receive a good offer tomorrow, would you consider planting the seed? Yeah. And normally I used to shut up and go get a detail so I can call them tomorrow, because guess what? The moment you leave in the house, the front door is going to close the door. She's going to close the door, talk to the partner and say, oh, there was an agent asking me if we would consider a good offer. Conversation starts. They're going to bed. Probably they're not going to fall asleep straight away because they're going to think about that.
And why were you on the market to sell? Because you've got to find out what their why is. Because so many times, Diego, I'm doing auctions and reserve set meetings with vendors who are not motivated because they haven't found the why yet.
Yeah.
So why were you on the market? Well, we were on the market to buy a bigger home. Great. You can increase their motivation from a 5 to a 9 to go, well, what does that dream property look like? It looks like this. Well, if I found you that property at a really good number, it leads on, right? Got to have the why too.
You got to, of course, just navigate it as the situation unfolds. But my way was always just to plant the seed and go, and then follow up the day after, because the seed does build into a tree or into a branch or into something, and then you can work with that. And I think then you get into the listing presentation. Hopefully you're sitting down with them. Hey, you call it for what it is. You got to analyze what the previous agent has done, and in a way, well, whatever they did didn't work, so do the opposite, right? Yeah. They went PBN. Potentially auction will be the way to go. They went to auction, had a bad experience. Hey, I know you're an auctioneer, but sometime you just got to, hey, auction is not the right thing in this market. Let's go the other way.
The key is the client's got to go, what are you going to do differently? Yeah. But you're not turning up going photography, open homes, trade me, realistate.co, signage out the front, team inspection. It's all been done before.
And here is what I say. Everything that your agent did before, I'm going to do, but here's what I'm going to do more of, because the point of difference with myself is that every agent does the same thing, and so do I, because that's the basic, that's the ground, real estate, pictures, blah, 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 blah. But I noticed you didn't have a floor plan. Now, you didn't have a drone. You got a lot of land. You got a view. Why we did not have a drone? You did not have a video. That's an emotional part of the buyer falling in love with the property. Now, you did not, I'm assuming that your agent did not call and email other agents for conjunctional, because I've never got an inquiry from your agent say, bring your buyer. So this is everything what we're going to do over and above to ensure that the second time is the last time, because I'll tell you what, Aaron, I wasn't your first, but I'll be your last.
And I know how to clean up the mess. And with XYZ Realty, that was a donation. And I'm sorry about that. But with Harcourt's, Team Diego, it's an investment. And I've got a few other words in there. I say, the agent spoke to you about trade. No. They had the word flexibility. That's interesting. No. Some of the key words, mobility.
40% of New Zealanders got mobility.
24.
24. Sorry.
It's come up.
24.
Some of the time. So it's those little seeds of doubt to go, well, that's interesting. That's interesting. And then they're going, right, this is a new, fresh approach. Because everyone wants to stay fresh.
Correct. And lastly, elephant in the room. They spend money on marketing before. And I take the bull by the horns and say, look, elephant in the room, you spent some money before. I'm not here to save you money. If we're going to do it cheaply, you're going to do it a third time with a third agent, and I'm going to be ensuring you that that's not the case. So what I'm going to suggest for us to do is to do it the right way, and with that there are costs involved, but there is ways that we can approach it, blah 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
So it's you got to take control, because the biggest reservation that the vendor has is going to cost me more money, and I might
I'll be in
fail
the
again.
Same situation.
Exactly. Anyway, if it was easy, everybody will be done. Any questions, let me know. My training sessions are not that expensive. Cut to the chase. See you next week.
Ciao.